Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam 81, and I'm coming back to you again. This is from CNBC.com, and the person that wrote this article is Lori Konash. And basically, the government wants to start sending millions of Americans a check. And they're going to tell you how to do it wisely, but I'm not going to get into that part. I just may touch on it. Key points: Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said that the Trump administration plans to send money to Americans immediately. It also says that cash injections could provide much needed support to Americans who have seen dramatic income decline in the wake of the coronavirus. Here's what to consider when it comes to the best ways to use that money to benefit your family and community. It says some good news in the form of money may be coming to Americans soon. On Tuesday, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said the Trump administration plans to move immediately to send money to Americans as the coronavirus cripples the economy. Americans need cash now, Munch said, indicating checks could come in the next 2 weeks. The announcement follows a much discussion over how the government could act to help shore up American workers' bank balances now, with so many businesses temporarily closed or operating at reduced capacity, which is very true because they're shutting everything down. I mean, basically, here it's delivery only right now. So, yeah, it's real crazy. It goes on to say $1,000 for everyone. Senator Mitt Romney of Utah, he's a Republican, said this week that he wants the government to send every adult $1,000. Details on how big the check the Trump administration hopes to deploy have not been disclosed. If I had to guess and bet on it, I believe he's going to really truly consider Mitt Romney. But in today's economy, what is $1,000? I mean, really. Also, I wanted to point out on a side note that he did not miss the opportunity to lodge his complaint with the Obama administration when they did stimulus checks. So, I guess, you're supposed to be commander in chief and focusing on the situation at hand, but you still tend to take a jab or two, not only at Obama, he also called it the Chinese virus. It's called the coronavirus or the coronavirus. He said his reason for saying that because a reporter did ask him, why you put in a person's ethnicity on a virus, and his simple reply was because it came from China. It is what it is. Back to the article, it says the basic idea of getting the money into the economy very quickly is a good idea, said Leonard Berman, Institute Fellow at the Urban Institute, a non-Presbyterian think tank and co-founder of the Tax Policy Center. It is also an improvement over potential payroll tax cuts, another idea that has been touted by the Trump administration and others in recent weeks. The ideal thing would be to target the payments at the people who are most vulnerable, the people who lose their jobs, who are working in the industries that are severely affected by the coronavirus, Berman said. It's hard to set up something to do that right away. Whatever or how the extra income is taxed will also depend on the terms of the program. Berman said he thinks making the extra income subject to the income tax is a smart move. That way, he said it would put a greater burden on high earners to pay more of it back. It would also increase the state income bases that will be hurt in the recession. So they're already giving inklings that it is a recession, or the beginnings of the recession. The reports that I have seen and read said it hasn't been financially this strained since the Great Depression. So, just to give you an idea. For individuals, the big question is how can I best use this money wisely? The answer depends on your personal situation. Obviously, don't ignore critical expenses like rent, utilities, or other essential bills. Beyond that, the majority of people should probably keep it in their checking account or savings account temporarily, said financial advisor Winnie Sun, founder of the Sun Group Wealth Partners in Irvine, California. After opinion is that if you have high interest credit cards or other debt, in that case you want to try to pay them down. Some of those balances, Sun said. Of course, he would say that, of course, for obvious reasons. And it's a very interesting article. I'm not going to go into it because it's a pretty long and detailed article. For anyone that's wondering, the plan is, in a nutshell, from what I got, was basically okay, they're going to send this money out, but you do know and have to take into effect also that when you do take the money and the stimulus checks, that means that it's going to come back on the tax end. So please keep that in mind. Um, Nobody can tell you how to spend your money. I'm just going to basically just put that out there. You spend it how you see fit. Um, and as always, I always wish the best for everyone. Now, they did float around in the press conference that they wanted to do a direct pay as opposed to a paper check pay. If you remember back when Obama did the stimulus, it was paper checks, it was not deposits. And being that the situation is the coronavirus or COVID 19, whichever you like to call it, they're looking into that process. So I'm interested to see how that's going to happen, being as though some Americans, some people, they don't have bank accounts, let alone checking accounts. And some people also just have debit cards where it's not like a bank like Chase or Wachovia and things like that nature. And what about the homeless? What is your plans for them? I mean, they are truly some of the most vulnerable people. But you know, it's just one of the things that you have to think about. But with that being said, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. I just wanted to bring you this bit of information. Hopefully, this will help a lot of people out. But understand, it's not free. It does have to be paid back to the extent of the tune of $1 trillion and adding to the national debt. Uh, it's just one more thing to ponder. So, with that being said, I will talk to you guys later.